Ruben, I'm sure you've heard the expression Fergie time tonight, winning it late. Sir Alex celebrating as wildly as anyone, but you had to go right to the last minute.
Yes, we have to believe it until the end, but this game has nothing to do with the time of Fergie. I think the performance we have to do so much better with the ball, without the ball. We didn't have any energy in the beginning, especially in the first half. Then in the second half, of course, we play a little bit better with a little bit more speed, winning second balls. And then we managed to turn things around. So it was a good result, not a good performance.
Some will look at it then and go, right, okay, is it the players? Is it the system? Is it the coach?
Is everything, and the coach is the first responsible in when one team doesn't perform, doesn't improve. Is the coach, but we are here to do things and to see the game, to study the game and try to improve for the next game.
Were players played out of position a bit tonight? I know you're experimenting, trying different things, but it seemed to take Garnacho coming maybe into his more normal position, maybe other players going into their more normal positions to change things.
No, I don't agree. Garnacho's changed positions sometimes with Dalot more inside than Garnacho outside, but is a thing that the small things, and if you see the game, sometimes it's just the control the ball, to have the ball, don't give the ball away in the first pressure. So it's the small things, is the big things, is everything.
Is there an expectation maybe here, especially at home, that some of the players find hard?
No, I think is this moment. Of course, is hard away, but especially at home. But we have to cope with that. So we'll try to do it next game.
The thing is, as well, you've shown that cup spirit, and it was vital in the last season for Manchester United going on in this competition. You still have that. Yeah,
but I don't see the things like that. I cannot focus just in saving the season or of the momentum with the cup. It's not the way I see football. It's not the way I see Manchester United. So
the FA Cup wouldn't be good enough this year for you, winning that.
It's everything. It's the performance. It's the result. I'm not thinking in the end of the season, because the final is in the end of the season. I don't care about that. I care about the moment, and the moment is not good enough. So a good result. We move forward to the next stage. We have a week to prepare, but today was not a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No excuses from Ruben Amorim, pretty much echoing what everybody's been saying.
You can't argue with that,
in the post-match. No, absolutely. You know, he doesn't talk about finals or winning silverware.
I get what you're saying about the FA Cup, though. Yeah, you want to win it, but what he's saying is, and obviously English is not his first language, is that there's a bigger picture here.
Oh yeah.
And it's basically what he's saying. What they did last year was stupid. They hinged the whole season and Eric Ten Hag's future on the FA Cup. And what he's saying is that things are so bad here, that this job is so big, that's a kind of sideshow. It's how are we going to get this team, this club, these players into a position where our performances don't continue to stoop as low as they do and as bad as they are. And you know, winning a cup is not going to change that. What's going to change it is personnel and mentality. And I think he's absolutely spot on in what he says. Now, if you can win a cup along the way, then fine. But that's not the big picture here. The big picture for United is to get back amongst the elite, never mind of Europe, but of English football. A lot has to change in that club, and I think that's exactly what he was saying in that interview.
Luis, I just want to go back to what we saw in that first half and just explain to me from a player's perspective how in a game in front of 70,000 fans, floodlights, Friday night, all to play for defending champions, your players, your team can go out as so flat, and Kieran used the word pedestrian, and we saw, and who's to blame for that? Should it be Ruben Amorim getting a foul, getting a rocket up their backside, getting the players up for it? How can you explain such a flat performance from this team who could go out there against the second string Leicester and do so poorly?
Yeah, Dan, of course, from outside we can say, yeah, the manager, of course, is always the first to blame, and Amorim, he took the responsibility about that, about not having, not send the message or not make the message arrive to the players. But you can, I think, for the body language of the player, you can see that the mentality is not the right one. I think that at the moment they are trying to bring the best of their game, but they are afraid to lose. They are afraid to do bad performances. They are afraid to lose the ball. You can see in the first 45 that there were 7 players just into their own half. There was no aggressiveness going forward. So that means we want. They just received 2 goals at the weekend against a good team, of course, but doing again a very poor performance. So what you don't want is to be exposed in a competition where you might have the chance against an opponent that you know that they are not good in a great moment, that they are not good enough in Premier League, but still they can hurt you in any kind of moment. And we saw when they conceded the first goal. So I think it's more about the mentality of the players, that they don't want to lose. They just want to keep the ball, and maybe if you have the option, maybe score a goal. But it's about trying to change that mentality from now on. There is not the mentality of Manchester United players from back in 20 years back, where only with that, only coming into the field, that will make them overplay the other team. Right now, they need to start believing in themselves, but it's very difficult because the results are not there. So it's going to take a long period. They need to understand, and I think I agree with Amorim. It's not about winning one trophy that is going to be forgotten very quick. It's about build a team who can compete for every kind of competition.